All right. Hopefully this is my microphone's okay. Oh man, should set this up. What am I doing? What am I doing? Speed. All right, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully my audio is okay. I'm using a different microphone. Uh, this one ain't working too good. So hopefully it's going okay. Still doing a little setup here. Let me continue to set this up. All right. We're just gonna use this microphone. Maybe that'll help alleviate this. Ugh. Let me move this. All right. Put that there. Put my glove on. Ba ba bum ba ba bum. Da da dum. Get my pencil. Bam. 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 Ba ba bum. All right. All right. Everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you well. I'm glad I'm here. It's another Saturday, April 24th, 2021, and we're doing the 100,000 stream. I'm just kidding. I don't know how many streams I've been doing, but this is this is a good stream here, you know? If anybody's out there listening to this audio, please let me know if my audio sounds okay because I do not know. Oh, that's what's happening, guys. I think I found the issue. My microphone's not connected. There we go. I think we're about to get some better audio here, guys. Let's see. Boom, boom. Sorry, guys. Oh, let me also put some nice tunes here. And by tunes, I just mean some rain and trains. All right. Man, I should have been prepared for this. What am I doing? amateur streamer here. Good thing nobody's watching. Nobody's here. All right. Hopefully that train's not too loud. All right. We're just gonna get started. I thought I could fix this. All right. Let me put the sound down. So today, what we're going to be doing, what we're what we're doing up right now is last week I was working on this character, uh, not really named yet, and she kind of has like spider arms, which is pretty cool, a little backpack. Maybe she's like an assassin or like, you know, just some sort of fun fun character uh, that maybe she knows what she's doing, a little sassy. Her arms are kind of like fun and conscious. They're like the arms should be like her comedic relief, you know. And yeah, I was going through and these color draw the draw over, not draw over, but the color strokes here are just me telling me myself from last week what I wanted to improve and what we're doing today is not this. I think I want to start working on facial on heads, on different types of faces and do some practice on that. So that's what I'm going to be switching over to. Let me go here. Okay. So yeah, so I got this head scrolling through. And I want to start drawing some different heads. I want to start working on the face, maybe what potentially a face looks like. I have a bunch of like reference photos here on the bottom right, and that I can scroll through. I just have a bunch of like reference packs of like facial expressions. So this is what we're gonna practice with to make to start practicing some heads. So last week we worked on the body. You can watch that stream. And this week I don't feel like working on the body this week. You know, I want to start working on the head, and then probably next week we'll work on the body again. But yeah, today I'm gonna practice some different facial features, some different heads, different expressions, and try to figure out what her face looks like, you know. And I'm gonna go for more of a stylized view, but when we do these drawings, I'll probably end up start doing the proportions correctly, and then figure out how to make them more fun and stuff. So let's let's yeah, let's do that. So what I'm gonna do is before I start with the drawing, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get out of this. We're gonna go back to our mode here, our 3D mode. I'm gonna turn on the 3D cursor. I'm gonna center it, make sure it's centered. We can turn off our reference folder or reference image for what we had for the drawing. And I'm gonna make a reference for the head. I want to have like a 3D model that I can use so I can draw over as like a reference so I don't have to keep drawing the same thing over and over again. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to utility. I'm going to put it in the utilities collection here. We're going to go into object mode, Shift A. We're going to put in a mesh and we'll do uh, a UV sphere. So that's pretty good here. And for this UV sphere. For this UV sphere, I'm now going to go into edit mode. I have it all selected. I'm going to rotate it on the x-axis, no, the y-axis. So if you're looking here, you can see that I'm going to start building out the base head, you know? Uh, and I'm going to do it with a mixture of grease pencil and just normal 3D. So we're going to go give it a material. I'm going to hit new. I'm going to call it, you know, reference and then head. Great. So I'm gonna, for the material, I'm just gonna do an emissions, and I'm gonna make it black. So you can see that here we now just have a black sphere, which is what I want. And then for this head, I want to, let's go to the front here and let's make our camera invisible. So for this head, I want to um, I want to be able to see the lines, and the shape of the head is it's like flat on the sides, so I'm also gonna make it flat on the sides. So this time I'm gonna do that. Ferd, how's it going? Ferd, so happy to see you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. How's your Saturday going? I wonder if my microphone's a little loud here. But yeah, how's your Saturday going? Hopefully it's going well. All right, so let's go into edit mode, running the smoker, watching from the deck. Nice. What are you cooking today? What's on the menu? So I don't have to do this twice. I'm going to press 1, and I'm going to um, go into a different view mode, the wireframe, so I can see through it. I'm going to hit B, select everything on the left, hit X. I'm going to make sure I select this. I think this is toggle X-ray, so I'll be able to see through it. So I'm going to hit B, select all, boom, hit X on the vertices. Now we got our sphere that's cut in half, and I'm going to put a modifier on it. And the modifier is going to be a mirror. Beautiful, so I don't have to do this twice. Um, Go to edit mode, and now what I'm going to do is, let me get out of this X-ray mode here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to flatten out the sides, but I'm only gonna flatten it up out from this ring here, if you can see it. Maybe I can change the look here. There we go. Pork loins, Kassler, like last year, and a whole boneless, skinless chicken thigh. Oh man, you're making me so hungry, Ferd. That sounds delicious. What do you season that with? So yeah, I don't want to repeat my steps here. So okay, so this is the trick I'm gonna do to flatten this out right on this line. So I selected the line, beautiful. I'll hit Shift S and put cursor to selected, and what it's gonna move the cursor to the center of everything that's selected. And since that line is selected, I know that it's perfectly lined up. I can even check it here. You see that our cursor lines up perfectly with this line, right? Now I'm going to press the period key, which is right next to the question mark on your keyboard. Go to 3D cursor, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select the point here. I'm going to do Control plus. There we go. Selected what I wanted. Now I'm going to hit S for scale and do Y and then 0. I think that flattened it. Did that flatten it? Oh, it only flattened some of it. So let me make sure X-ray's on. Now I select all of them. I hit S, Y0. What is happening? Oh, it's X. It's on the X-axis, not Y. So let's do this again. The chicken used ginger, garlic, Korean hot pepper flake rub. Damn, that sounds great. What are the sides for the meat? Are you just eating pure meat? Just like just like an all meat dinner. Okay, so yeah, so I have the sides here. I'll hit S, X, and then 0. Then I flattened it out, and that's what I want. So I'm gonna take off the X-ray. So now I can see that my sides are flat, and I'm using this so I can see the sides of the head. Um, Pretty good, right? So I have my dome here, and now I want to make an outline on certain parts, right? Because I want to be able to see, right? So I'm going to now hit 2 and not 2, and yeah, the number 2 right above the W, yeah. So I'm gonna go press 1 so I can be in front view. Also, I'm gonna put on this text view here and XY so you can see what's happening. There we go. So I'm gonna get this front view. I'm gonna select these, right? I'm also gonna select this. So this line goes right across the middle. I'm holding Shift and Alt, and I'm selecting the sides there. And I'm also gonna select this line here. Perfect. I think I'll slice it later with a weird smoker chicken taco. Dang. You know how to eat, Ferd. You know how to eat. So I have all my lines selected, and what I want to do is I want to hit right click and hit mark seams. Is that what it is? Yeah, mark seams. So now they're red. You see that they are marked, right? And then I'm also going to apply this mirror. So I applied it. So now it's all here. Now we got, oh, there's something I forgot. So let me undo, Control Z, Control Z. I also want to select it going up and down like this. So right click, mark seam. So now we got every cross section, right? We got the middle, we got the middle looking forward, the middle looking from the top. We got the sides of the circles. We got this X here. Boom, right? Now we apply. Get out of edit mode. Fattening myself up in style. Some great style. And you got the patience for it. You know, you're like patiently gonna eat like the best tacos. I'm so impatient. I'll probably just eat every piece of a taco separately. Taco deconstructed. Susan, good morning. Good to see you. Anyway, so I have all my seams selected. I have my orb. This is going to be used as a reference for my drawing because I'm drawing faces or heads or anybody out there joining. Now I'm going to select the object. I'm in object mode. We'll go to object and we'll hit convert. And I'm going to convert to grease pencil. Ooh, point cloud. This is something I want to mess with later at some point. Okay, so convert to hold on. If you guys can still hear me, I think my camera messed up. This stream is all sorts of bad luck today. Okay, so my mouse is back. Hopefully you guys can still see me. Hold on. I'm going to turn off my camera. Whoa, whoa. Hey, can you check my stream? Because my whole computer's messing up. Yeah, but is my screen still up? And is it moving? I'm moving. Okay, so All right, so something's up with my stream. I think my microphone's not even working either. It is working? Huh? Oh, oh my God, what is happening? Oh my God, my computer's like freezing up. Shoot. Okay, well, okay, so things look like they're moving again. I can see, let me see if I can activate my camera. Oh my God. Let's see. All right, stick with me, guys. Temporarily. We're just gonna do this one step at a time. Okay. No, yeah, but it's like turning off and on. Oh my God, is this camera dying? Please, no. No. It's my old one, but this thing should work, man. Oh my God. All right. Well, it's good that the stream's not broken, guys. I'm glad you guys can still hear me. Looks like that's still going through. Can you can you bring me the other camera? Oh, that's true. I'm like, oh man, just in case y'all can't hear me. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, the stream is making the same face. Oh man. Well, we may have to go. I only swore once. So true. Oh man, I guess we might have to go without a camera, guys. I can't believe my camera just died on me. Like, on stream. Just like that. One little hiccup and this thing just exploded. It may be better. Maybe you don't need to see me, you know? My hair's getting all flustered. I wrote the number 12 here. Oh, well, I think we're going without a camera. Give up the ghost. Rip webcam. All right. I guess we're going without a webcam. Let me redo my desk. Make sure my desk, because I like disheveled my desk, guys. All right, we're going back. We're going back. No camera. I'll just do some audio. Make sure to talk a lot more. And yeah, we'll just keep going. Oh man, what a disaster. Okay, let me take this out. Okay, guys. Well, for the for the two of you here, Ferd, Susan, thank you for sticking by. We're just gonna stream without a camera. Might as well do that and keep on going. Okay. Thanks, Ferd. I appreciate the support. All right, here we go. So where were we? We were before everything just annihilated itself. Okay, cool. So we're gonna be making, so to start over, I'm drawing faces, guys. I'm drawing heads. I'm making a reference model, so I can use that to help me draw these heads. Other software like Clip Studio, Paint, and I think a few other ones. Sometimes I think they have a module in it that has like a 3D, like you can add in a 3D object so you can draw over it and actually like assist you on how to draw and stuff. So since we're in Blender, we're gonna make it ourselves, guys. We're gonna build it out. The world is our oyster here. So let's do that. Um, so what I did was I made a sphere and I marked the seams that I wanted. And the seams that I want are all my markers, my middles. So middle from the top, middle from the, or horizontal middle, vertical middle. So you can see it goes all the way around. And then I marked the circular edges, which are the flat planes of the head. So if you don't know what that is, just know that your head's not a complete circle. It's actually flat on the sides or flatter. And I marked all those seams because I'm going to be, and I'm going to rename this sphere, reference, and then we're going to call it head. And okay, so now we're going to go to object, convert to grease pencil. And then there's some options. Obviously, this would look pretty cool, but I don't need that much information. So I'm going to go to keep original so I can keep my original mesh. And then I'm going to do only seam edges. There it is. And now I have the seams that I marked on the sphere. Exactly like those wooden pose figures. Exactly. So yeah, so now I got our head and I got the lines that I want. And I'm gonna change the thickness. Maybe I don't need them that thick, but something where I can see it. Also, it's kind of weird here. What is happening here? I guess it's like my rendered view. And I don't want the faces. So cool, take out export faces. I put only seams. I want to keep the original and I change the thickness. And I think this is good. I think this is what I want it to be here. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this grease pencil object. And I'm going to change the material. The material is black. I want it to be something noticeable, right? I want to see it. I want to see it. We're going to change it to white. Cool. And then we're going to rename this grease pencil, reference head, lines or whatever, whatever you want. And I'm going to parent this grease pencil object, the lines, to the head. So there it is. So I selected the lines first, and then I selected the head, and I do Control P, and I do Object. Maybe it's reverse. So I select what I want the parent to be. So I want the head to be the parent, and then the children is the grease pencil. Now Control P, now Object. There we go. Now I'm going to make the grease pencil. I'm going to make sure I'm going to select this button here so it's not selectable. So I can't accidentally select the grease pencil object. If you don't have that, just go to the top right here to the filter and turn this on. And this, you can turn on all the toggles here for what you need. It toggles these buttons on the right. And there we go. I think I have my reference head. So if we look on the top left, we could see that when I select my reference here, I can rotate it. Oops. So what's happening here for me is that it's rotating on the cursor here. So if I just hit the period key, it's right above the Alt on your keyboard, and I put it to, let's say, individual origin. Now when I rotate it, I have the head rotating. It's looking great, and this is gonna serve the purpose that I wanted it to, I want it to serve, So there we go. There's our reference head. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it to the back. So I'm going to move it back. And then because I don't want it to interfere with my grease pencil object. Oops. So I hit G, I hit Y, and I move it backwards. And then I scale it up. And then for my camera, I don't want any distortion on it. I want to practice without the camera distortion. So let's change the settings on the camera. So instead of 50 millimeters, I'm going to do something like 150. And then that zooms in, but that gets rid of like any lens distortion that happens. And then I'm going to move the camera backwards. So select the camera, move it back. There we go. Now we got everything that I want set up. I have the camera back here, zoomed in so it has no distortion. I have my object, which I can rotate, which is pretty good. And you know what? It doesn't have to be in emissions. Maybe it can be a principal shader. Let's do a principal shader. Ba-bum, 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 principal shader. And it's white right now, but if we made it like a color, I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as you're using it as a reference, I'll just do it as blue. I got my rotating head here. Beautiful. think I'm all set up. I'm gonna go into my camera view. I have my object that I can rotate in whatever direction. Now I'm gonna go into my grease pencil object here. I'm gonna hit Shift A and do grease pencil object blank. Beautiful. And this object is right in the center, but right in front of our reference, and that's very important so it doesn't interfere with our stuff. So I'm gonna do a couple things. Make a new layer. I'm gonna call this, head dot 000. And I do that so if I duplicate it, it can just increment upwards. I'm gonna make some new um, material, so we'll call this stroke or head stroke. I name it head stroke because I think I have a lot of other materials here. Let's see if they're listed. Yeah, I have a lot of other materials here. I just that are with my drawing of my head or whatever or my body. Yeah, we're gonna call this Ferd. We're gonna call this reference the cheese and wax or just wax or eches and waxa. No, I don't even know what accent that is. So here we go. So we got the head, we got the cheese and the wax. We got our grease pencil object, which is great. We have a stroke, which I have made black. Um, and we're not gonna do any coloring right now, but we will in the future. There's our head. I think my pencil's connected, right? And let me make sure that my pencil settings are set up correctly. Display ratio, good. All right. We are ready to start figuring out what these heads look like, or what a head looks like. So let me also bring up some facial features here. And let's pick a face now. That was a lot of setup, guys, before my camera got destroyed in the making. And since we're talking about cheese, cheese at 001, please leave your favorite cheese in the chat. Provolone, Munster, American, Cheese Whiz. Yeah, I know. It's not real cheese. My wife groaned in the background to Cheese Whiz. Apparently not a good choice. All right, so let's pick a face that we can start figuring out to draw. I love these expressions. Do you ever use a rough sketch layer in non-photo blue? Non-photo blue? What do you mean? Some call it a non-repro blue. I actually don't know what that is, Fer. Can you please explain? I'm interested. So let's go to our grease pencil. We'll draw. Oh yeah, we're still picking a face. I want to pick like a extreme face. Maybe that one. So let's go to our reference head. And let's rotate. I'm going to rotate now the reference. Let's see. Cheese Whiz is an American cheese, but with more of a chemical that makes it more spreadable. This compound is naturally derived. The more you know. Well, the word chemical doesn't seem very appetizing. Like imagine a restaurant having and we have chemicals in our food to make it better to eat. Come to this fancy, luxurious restaurant. All right, so let's rotate this reference that I made to fit the head here. So the head is rotated on the Z, so we're going to rotate it a little bit off to the side here. You can probably still see a little bit of the eye, and this middle line is where the nose is going to be. So I can see some of the eye here. And it looks like maybe it's rotated on the. So maybe she's looking up. No, she's not looking up. Looking down. All right, so no, I think she's looking straight on. We'll move it to the top here. We'll shrink it up. Top of the head. There we go. So Ferd says, in the old days, animators would sketch in that blue and then clean up the lines. So when they Xerox the paper, the sensor would not pick up the blue. Non-photocopy blue. Oh, that's interesting. So that's why they would do it in that blue color. That is very interesting. All right. So what I'm gonna see about doing here is I'm gonna take off the shadows. We don't need shadows. We're not gonna hit show back face. But can we make this transparent? Is that a thing we can do? Oh, we can. Look at that. All right, cool. So I made the object transparent and easier to see. Paul references it in some of his vids, but I don't know if he's ever worked in traditional animation. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know either. Paul's really good illustrator. Um, but no, I've never done that before. Never needed to do that or see why to do that. But that's good to know. What's it called? I want to remember the name. It's called non-photo blue. Non-repro blue. All right, so here we go. We got the head, we got the grease pencil, we got our reference image on the bottom right there. We've used our reference 3D object. We'll go into our grease pencil. We'll call this heads. That's 0, 0, 0. Yeah, Paul's videos are pretty good. There we go. Cool. I can see my chat better now. So that's non-reproducible blue. Non-photoreceptive blue. Okay. Okay. So let's start, guys. We got the layer. We got the head. Grease pencil. I feel like there's a lot of setup in this. I feel like so sidetracked now. Draw. We will only draw with the stroke here. This like thing is huge. So if I were to just draw some lines here, I'm just curious what this looks like. Just curious what it looks like out here. And see, and then I'm using my reference 3D object. Use my reference 3D object, and it's working as intended now. Okay, so now we will go. Oh man, I hate that this is like so in my way here. Can this? Oh, now that this is not here, now that I'm not here, I could probably just, oopsies, move this to the left, and I can get my window back here. Now that we don't have to see me. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, go to edit mode, and let's warm up here, guys. Let's just draw some circles, get my hand warmed up. Okay. In other news, I saw a part of the live stream where Noman School was talking to a guy doing his work in Blender grease pencil. Yes, that's awesome. That is so awesome. I'm glad Blender's like getting around, man. People are seeing the potential to make some stuff. All right, let's see if I can do something. I'm not gonna go for like so photorealistic, but I am gonna try and follow these lines here. Once again, this is just practice. Just want to draw some heads today. Gnome is Gnomon is better. uh, Blender is gaining better traction in bigger schools. Yes. Yeah, I mean, like you can't deny Blender's like upwards mobility. It's always getting updated. It's always people are always like adding to it. I mean, it's like so good. I mean, I love it. All right, so this head's not going to be great, guys, but you know, it's a start. And I think I want to change this background color. I'm stoked for 2.93. Yes. I'm stoked for a lot of things in 2.93, man. I love that the line modifier, which I should definitely try and use. Maybe make a video on it. Uh, and the interpolation stuff, really good. Um, now that the line art modifier has been added, yes. Should make things a little bit smoother. go. All right, that's the first one. You know, just gotta keep on going. We'll do another one. All right, let's go on to another one. Let's just try and crank these out faster and faster. So get that confidence, get that confidence going. There we go. Drawing these eyebrows. This one looks like they're straining a little bit, or like saying something like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?" Big forehead. You know, we can even draw the hairline here. All right, you gotta get these out of your systems, guys. When you're drawing, just draw, get it out of your system. Sometimes, most of the times, you know, you're playing a numbers games. Keep going until one comes out in a decent way. And I would always suggest just to like go for it, you know? Like try not to be too precious with anything. Draw some heads. I think what I'm doing wrong here is the neck. The neck's kind of like I should be able to see this and then this come in kind of like that because it is she is rotated. So not doing a timer thing. Jiraj, how's it going? Yeah, not doing the timer thing, just hanging out, doing these drawings, having some fun here. Susan says, so what's the best way to keep the 3D? You saying PSVR, is it perspective? Part, part, use. I'm not understanding what you're saying, Susan. Part, I'm sure there's some autocorrect happening, or is that like an acronym? I really I can't tell. Part TV2 use agency. Part to use AFA? So it's the best way to keep the 3D part to use after? Keyboard died. Yeah, it definitely seemed like your keyboard was doing some struggling there. All right, I'm hanging on, Susan. And Jiraj, sorry you're not doing so well, but I hope things get better. go. Okay, so you're saying, how do you bring the 3D part template to bring over when needed? I mean, if you know, I just like importing any other like sort of model, like if you, and I'll do it now, if you do like a new, oops, if you just did like a new 2D animation, right? And you wanted your 3D model, you just go to File, Append, and then you find where that file is. Mine is here. We'll go into it, and then we'll look for the, is it object? We'll look for the object, and then we'll have reference head. That's what I named it, and hit append, and here's our reference. Oh man, but already see an issue. So the reference head only comes in by itself. So I guess you would have to go to append, and then do the reference head and the reference head lines, and then append, and then that should come in pretty good. And then you have your model here. I guess um, it doesn't come with the materials, but it came with the grease pencil materials, which is good. But then you have it here, and then you can use it uh into your thing. Hopefully that's what you were asking. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just stress. It came down to me today, and I felt like I had a huge hangover, even though I wasn't drinking. Worried that you thought I was having a stroke there with all the stupid things. I was like, what is happening? Oh, yeah, it was Susan. When I was reading it, I was like, what? Am I going crazy? And then George, but at least I got an animator to help me with the bachelor movie project. Well, yeah, man. I definitely, George, I understand. Going through some stressful times, and sometimes it feels like it comes out of nowhere. I'm sure it's good that you got an animator for your bachelor project. Uh, what is required of your bachelor project? Like what? So I'm assuming you're storyboarding and then they're animating. Is that the stressful part? Is the stress of school is what's getting to you? Go. And now she just look. This one looks angry, like shocked. Something I realize when I'm drawing is that it's easier to go from light to thick, right? Than it is to go from thick to light. At least it is for me, right? Because look how small this is. I mean, look how not small this is, and look how thin this is, right? So it's like light to thick, and then if I try to do thick to small, I'm like struggling a lot more to do this last bit. So that's something that I think about when I'm doing these eyebrows, where I'm just like, I keep drawing them like this, but then they start light here. So if I do them in reverse, oh wait, if I do them, yeah, in reverse, they become a little bit easier to do. So I would like think about the direction that you're drawing your stuff to. You know, get some eyelids on here, get the ear going. Yeah, I guess I have a rough animation, but like 16 shots out of the 96 approximately, and the finals are approaching fast. Ooh, 16 out of 96. I can see how the pressure is on. I'm assuming you're working day and night. This head ended up turning a little bit better than these. Like, I'm just like talking to you guys. Look at this. Look how it started. We'll keep going. Boom. Ugh. What's that? Oh man. Just rough. And see, I just stopped. I'm like, next. This one ended up being a little better. A little, works a little better. I'd like to get one more animator on this, but I can't find anyone. Yeah, it's definitely tough. Especially, luckily you have the best bet in a way, 'cause like you're at a school, sometimes it's hard to find anybody outside of that school setting, you know, to do like a project, like a student project and stuff. When I was in film school, that was always one of those difficult things to do. All right, not going for realism, just going doing a little cartoony here and light to thick. There we go. Ears are back here. What I'm looking at is her neck, because I know that the muscles go from the the back of the ear to the clavicle, both sides. So back of the ear, or to the yeah the clavicle here in the middle. So that's what I'm thinking about, that V shape, right? So I know the V shape is a little bit before her chin, as you see here, a little bit before the chin. So there's the V that I want to set up. Well, you're learning valuable pre-production and production lessons, Jiraj. Yeah, definitely. I second what Fred says. It's the tough stuff, but those are the tough lessons. But but I do think your feelings are valid. It is stressful. It's not like you shouldn't be stressed or it's weird for you to be stressed or anything. It is a stressful thing to do. There we go. So from what I'm seeing here, my drawings aren't looking like as, I guess, shocked enough. Is that the term? Or happy enough or excited. I have to push those expressions. Let's do it again. Let's keep on the practice. So let me make it extreme first, and then we'll dial it back. We'll draw a real big head. Mm. This looks like a funny character. I'm gonna put this reference head into a collection in the utilities. So we'll do reference, and we'll bring it into this collect. Oops, into this collection, so I can turn it off and on. I feel like I don't want to be part of that. Like I don't want to be in charge of a project like that unless I'm sure I'm ready for it. because my mind at the start of this was like, I gotta do this myself to prove myself. And that's mostly what got me here. What do you do differently if you had a second chance? If I asked for help right away with the script and other stuff, I would have been better. Ah, yes, asking for help. That can always be a tough thing to do. Because it feels like it shows when you ask for help, it's like, you're vulnerable, or at least it feels like you're vulnerable. I'm speaking from like just how I feel about it. Definitely, you may feel different about it, but it comes from like a place of vulnerability, um, and feeling vulnerable for asking for help. And then something I had to learn too for myself, like in film and stuff like that, because I do a lot of VFX. It's just how much of a collaborative thing this whole endeavor is. I always want to do everything by myself. Like I'm gonna do the this and the that, but sometimes it's just better to let go and have some help. But uh, I feel for you, Jiraj, is what I'm saying. I feel for you. Oh, this one's looking kind of fun. What's your intended runtime for this piece? 2 to 3 minutes? Would the visual narrative still carry through with fewer shots? Jiraj says it's max 5 by assignment, but I might cross it a bit just 'cause at this point it's pretty much set with the shots and timing. Okay. All right, let's crank out a few of one more of this face and then we'll switch it over. And I'm just trying to let loose, I'm just trying to go. I gotta remember this clavicle, the middle of the head, and I gotta remember the neck muscles that align to it. Super importante for my orientation. Yeah, I think this one turned out turned out fine for a rough sketch. Can you re-edit the animatic? 5 minutes is insanely long for one guy to work on. Yes, it's very easy to like underestimate the amount of work like just animation takes in general. Kind of wish I could see the animatic, not so much like I can, but I don't know how to do it in a reasonable way, and I have consulted with editor and my professor about it. If anything, it felt like some shots are missing. You can I just have to send you a link to it. I have to do it on the Discord, I think, though. Cool. DM me the link on Discord. Yes, I gotta set up a. That reminds me, guys. I gotta set up like a Discord for The Grease Monkey one, because the one that you guys are on, if you guys are still on that, I can no longer access, and I don't think you guys can invite me to that Discord. Um, okay, I think we're good on this face. I wish it was folders in the layers for Grease Pencil. That would be nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to duplicate the grease pencil. So we're on head 0, 0, also 1, and we're also gonna make a heads collection. Let's try and be organized here. Got the heads. We're on head 1 now. We will go back to draw mode. We will erase all these, and we will do another one. So new layer. We still have the same material. Good stuff. Let's choose a different head, and let's turn on our reference again. Okay, boom, doom, 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 doom. Let's pick one looking in the other direction. And we can always flip these, so. A lot of these are fun. Let's do this one. This one looks a little fun. Can I zoom up on these pictures? I cannot, huh? All right. All right, so let's now position our reference head again. Let's do this. So let's go to draw mode, or object mode, pick our object, and I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to hit Alt R and Alt G. Nope, I'm just going to hit Alt R to reset the rotation. And I'm also going to make sure that this is the, 0 on the X, just so it's in the center for me. We'll keep that the same. Okay. So now let's rotate my reference so it matches the head here. Great. You know what? I haven't set up, one second. I haven't really set up my Discord, but it is here, so I'm just gonna send the invite to you guys. Invite, invite, invite. Jiraj Susan, I invited you to the Discords. It's not set up in any way, shape, or form, but I guess if you want to share links and stuff, you can always pop it over in here, over there. But eventually I'll set it up. I like to use Spitfire's storyboard, I think, or Spitfire's Discord. Think managing a Discord's sometimes a little intimidating for me. All right, so let me rotate on the Y, on the X, and we're gonna rotate it. First, we'll rotate it on the Z, so we'll rotate it. She's looking slightly to her left, and we can see a little bit of her head, and we probably can't see her ear, so we're about here. And then I'm gonna rotate uh, on the X, and I'm gonna hit it twice so it rotates on the object level. So let's rotate the eyes. They go up to like here. We can almost see the bottom of the head there. And we're right about here. Okay. All right. So this is a little bit more of a challenging one. So these are probably going to be a lot uglier than my 45 ones. So let's go here. Let's go into the drawing. And let's keep going. Okay, so let me make sure. I'm glad my stream hasn't exploded. I can't believe my camera exploded though, right? That is some that is some stuff right there. Okay, so let's figure out how to do this head. This is at an angle. I know the plane of the of the head is there. This will be where the cheeks are, you know. And I'm just talking this out for myself, guys. This is not even for you guys. I'm just kind of like, so I know the cheeks would be like around the middle of the head is usually where the eyes are at. So that's going to be around here. It's not going to be the middle of this orb. So the eyes are going to be, this should be more like the eyebrows, the line. So I may rotate it a little bit further up. You know, maybe I should have put some lines for the eyes and stuff too. Maybe not. Maybe we just gotta do it. Okay. So we got the eyes, rotated head. Now let's see if we can figure out how this works. So we know that the plane of the face is going to be kind of like this, and I can already see that this is not rotated the way I thought it should be. So, because when what's happening is I draw this line where I think the face is, right? It's kind of like if I'm imagining the face there. It's like this. So this head's actually tilted up a lot higher. I'm glad I drew that line. Let's do this again. Let's rotate slightly on on the Z. These are, let's say these are the eyebrows, and we'll rotate on the X, and we're about there. Okay, that seems more, you know, accurate. All right. All right, so I'm drawing the line for the face. And it looks like her chin, it just kind of like, it actually ends up being flat here, right? So it goes kind of like, because if this is where her ears would be, this line, right? It should be like this sharp. Let's do one of these. This is, like I said, guys, this is going to be challenging for me. I'm not too confident in these upward angles, but that's the whole point of this learning process. It's pain, guys. This learning process is pain. All right, we'll draw where the forehead would be. And maybe this first pass I'm just doing a lot of thinking, right? We'll draw where the eyes would be. Draw the nose. And I'm just drawing some simplified shapes here. Just trying to figure out where all this stuff is. We know the orb, the curvatures of this curve. So you can see she's smiling, but the way I'm drawing it, it's not looking too hot. Looks like an old lady. We know the clavicles here. All right, let's take off the reference. See how terrible this is. Oh man. Oh man. No good. Not looking good. Uh, compared to the reference, looks like a sad old lady. Old lady. So let's just go extreme. We'll do the crow's feet, you know. And not old, I'm talking about like ancient. I'm talking about like 200. No, no, no. Give her a little necklace, you know. Maybe she has one of these like scarf things. I should have wrote older. Not old, older. Okay, let's try this again. Next. First one's always not too good. Let's try it again. All right, so we're gonna try not to think about it too much here. Let's see. We'll draw the line. Shouldn't draw these scratchy lines. Gotta draw some more confident lines here. That's what the people want. Confident lines. Oh man, okay. We're gonna keep going, keep moving. You know, anybody have any sort of topic of conversation here? You know, we talked about cheeses, you know, and movies are starting up, you know, any movie out there people should be checking out. There's a few things I want to check out, but not much, you know, because there's not a lot of movies. Okay, so let's check the reference on this one. Once again, not good, but it is better than the first one. See? Improvement. And that's what you should be marking down. Like, what am I doing? Why am I making muscles? I'm like, it's like a nervous tick. Just add more details, right? Not always good. Okay, let's do it again. Do it again. To answer earlier cheese question, Cambozola. I actually don't even know what Cambozola is, but I'm assuming it's a fancy, beautiful cheese. You know, like, hold on. Let me see if I can Google that for the stream here. Cambozola images. All right, look at that Cambozola cheese. You know, what is this stuff in the middle? Like, what is this stuff? Huh? Let me know. What is that? Looks good though. Put on some Triscuits or biscuits. Oh man. I don't know how fancy it really is, but I like it. Nice. Yeah, I like a lot of I buy like cheese platters and I always forget the names of the cheeses I like. I never try to commit them to memory. That's not a good habit. go. Head's a little lower. It's blue vein brie type cheese. The scary mold ripened cheese. The moldier the better. Can you imagine like the first person who like ate moldy cheese and was like, "No, guys, I swear, eat this moldy cheese. It's amazing." We should we should all be eating moldy cheese, guys. No, no, I swear you won't die. It's just moldy. And then people are like, "Oh, can you do this with everything? Could you have like moldy milk?" And you're like, "No, you can't have you can't have moldy milk. You will die." So yeah, this looks a lot better. And look, just 3 drawings. We had like, "Look, what's happening here?" And the next one like, "Oh, shock Pikachu." So we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's do some more. Yeah, and what about alcohol and wine? It's like, yeah, you can only drink some, but not a lot, because that would kill you. But I guess that goes with everything. Like you can drink too much water and like drown. This fruit's getting really bad, but we should definitely eat it because it makes us feel funny. All right, so I think what's wrong with these previous ones are my eyes. I'm gonna put them up higher. Let's see if that helps me. And then some weirdo from the back. Guys, just try it. It's getting better. Better and better. Yeah, but wines exposed to air can develop a mold yeast commonly called a mother. It's what they use for making fancy vinegars. Oh, didn't know that. S- I didn't know. Well, I guess I didn't know that they make them. They do make them out of vinegar or wines, but I guess I didn't know it was like I don't know the mother doing it. All right, my line quality not doing so hot. I think I'm overthinking this. Similar to what SCOBY used for brewing kombucha. Looks nasty and scary. It's funny how our bodies have a natural version, like we know that it's like that's not good. We shouldn't. We Your body's like we shouldn't eat that. The telling part is the smell. Oh man, yes. Like a good stinky cheese. All right, these drawings slowly getting better. Let's review them again. Wasn't even trying. A little better. I think the flatness of the chin is what I need to work on. That looks like it's a little better. Didn't even try. That's looking a little smoother. You know, we're building up to this. Our fermentation is controlled spoilage. It is. It's crazy. It's so interesting. All right, let's see if we could just draw from the side of the head and just draw kind of like the front face of it. Because we know with this circle here, this is the face, right? This is where it's coming, right? So if we know this is here, right? And I'm just working this out with while I'm talking to you guys. So we know this is here. We know this is here. So now we'll draw it here. You know the neck is here, right? So let's just draw the cylinder. Maybe it's gonna help me here. Back of the head. Okay. Alright, alright. We're getting there. Also, people are funny with all the hot veggies, like I'm a plant and I don't want to be eaten by animals, so I developed this substance that hurts animals when they eat us. Surely they won't try it again, right? And we're like, oh, we'll find a way. There's like those fish. I forget what they are. Are they puffer fish for sushi? Or like certain sharks that are like super bad to eat, but then we go through like great lengths to make them edible. Like it takes like it's like a 3-4 month process for like the sharks. And I think for the pufferfish it's just a long. You need like a trained person who needs to be certified to make it edible and stuff. And I'm just like, why do we want to eat it so bad? Like, why do we want to eat something that's like poisonous so bad that we're just gonna go and make an effort to like, hey, this is poisonous, but what if we could eat it? Huh? Who's with me? Who's with me? Who wants to eat poisonous fish? Meanwhile, half a Reddit post are about hot peppers. Yeah, right? Yes, fungu fish. They have to know how to cut out the organs that produce the poison. Yeah, like it's just crazy. Like if you found something, you're like, this has killed 40 men, and we're like, you know what? Who cares? We're gonna eat it. And we're gonna have it with a nice side of pork loins, some corn, you know. And then, also like, mushrooms, right? Because that's like just a fungus. It's just like it's like this is like growing on the side of this tree here. And I guess some fungus can grow on like just poo, right? Like edible ones. I mean, I'm sure they probably use like sawdust and stuff instead of like manure. But I mean, Maybe not. All right. I think I'm tired of this difficult head pose. Let's go through all of them. And we can see them improve a little better, but didn't try. What's happening there? Getting a little better. Didn't try again. A little better. Nah, nah. Quite the difficult pose. So let's do another one. We're just hanging out, guys, talking about fish, talking about cheese, talking about cheese whiz. All right, let's pick a face. Let's pick a face. Going through lots to pick from, a lot of similar ones, honestly. Let's see if we can do this disgusted face. Most white mushrooms are grown on cow manure. That's funny. The regular white mushrooms in grocery stores. Yeah, see? It's just kind of crazy. It sounds crazy when you say it, out loud. All right, let's position our reference here. We hit Alt R, and now we will rotate it on the Z, a little bit to the left here. Looks like the eye would be just about there, and it's tilted down a little bit. So let's just do that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mirror it because I usually draw the characters looking to their right, but I want to do it them looking to their left. There we go. So let's reset this again. Boom. Alt R. Alt R. Rotate on the Z. We could see the ear right about here. We'll rotate on the X, looking a little down. We're exaggerating the pose. We're just gonna try and see if we can do it. Draw, we'll make another layer, and we'll do it again. We'll make sure to take the overlay off. But here's the thing about mushrooms is that they are a good indicator of how well broken down composite manure is. That's pretty interesting. Fred's a mushroom man. Mushroom and cheese man. Mushroom, cheese, pork, chicken, breast, smoker, man. Let's see if we could do this ugly face. Ooh, these are hairy lines. Let's just draw straight, guys. Just a nice, long. Long faces. I guess it would be really a nice detail for some specific environment building. It's like adding mushrooms to indicate nice composite of a farm or whatever. Watch the Smurfs. Yeah, my parents operated a small organic hobby farm. That's pretty cool. That's interesting, Bird. A hobby farm. How big was the farm? What were they growing? Seems like a good time. All right. Let's see if we could draw this ugly face. We're getting there. This face is like too much for me. All right. I was I was a super compost boy in my early teens. Love the Smurfs was my nickname when I started to work. That's pretty funny, Susan. Smurfs. Love the Smurfs was my nickname when I started to work. Yep. Now I just talk shit, Susan, 'cause it's my time card. It said Murphy's, i.e. Smurfy. Oh, S. Murphy. That's funny. Smurfy. Smurfy Susan. I learned a lot about you guys here. For 30 acres, commercial gardens was maybe 2 acres. That's pretty good. Lots of herbs, potatoes, leeks, chard, many late season varieties. They were also beekeepers. That was the real moneymaker at the time. 24 hives. Oh man, beekeeping sounds like another fun hobby. Is it worth it? Is it worth to be a beekeeper? Because I will try one day. Being a beekeeper. A beekeeper. Just sounds like a cool conversation starter. It's like, so what do you do? It's like, I manage queens. I am a servant to the mother queen. At its height, it's a lot of work for two people. Hold on, I can't see my own chat. It's a lot of work for two people. Depends where you are. I guess that makes sense. 24 hives does seem like a lot, but what if you just had like, I don't know, half the hives? What if you just had 12 hives? Would that be an easier time? Uh, so the face, not really there, but it's getting there. This is looking, our head's real round here. We got no cheek going on. Maybe like some cheekage. Get some cheekage in here. There we go. 24 hives. Oh, my chat's behind. So for two people, it depends where you are. Smurfy sounds pretty cute. Massive cash cropper operation with their pesticide made all the colonies collapse, making it no longer viable in the end. 12 was the average. I think 2 to 4 hives is plenty for a harvest. Yeah, it does seem so, right? And then you keep the you keep the beehives, right? And then you just sell the honey, and that's like what you do, and you like sell what to like a farmer's market, a local market. Um, all right, forgot to move this into another grease pencil object. So let's grab this. We'll go to edit mode. We will select everything. We'll hit move. Not to a new layer. How about, no, I forgot how to do this. Move, Alt P, no. Oh, I'm trying to move this to another grease pencil object. It's not move, right? That just moves it to another layer. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. There it is. It's just P, guys. It's just P. Anyway, so separate strokes from selected strokes. There we go. Now we can go here. Continue trying to do these. Just keep on going. Reference. Go. We will move the draw. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Yep, farmer's market. Some people want to wax. Some people want the wax for the candles or making salves and makeup. Also, and then George says, also we have a private wine stuff. What's it called? We grow and make wine. Oh, yeah, beeswax. That would make sense. Candle seems like a nice viable option for that stuff. All right, so let's try this again. Let's do some sad face here. Drawing these teeth lines looks too much. There we go, drawing these lines. I'm not looking too much at the reference anymore. Just drawing I mean, I look at it occasionally, but I just gotta make these confident lines here. There we go. Let's look at it without the head. Big forehead. Play tic-tac-toe on here. We grow my makeup. Oh, Jiraj already said that. That's awesome, Jiraj. Jiraj. Got one from a parting gift from my teacher in primary school. It's so atmospheric. And propolis is like a magic healing substance my father advises for everything. That's pretty funny. Third one, smoking update. Internal temp is 127 Fahrenheit. Target 150. Going into 4 hours. Nice. So, how much time is left on that meat, Ferd? How much time is left? Nice, Jiraj. Not many people know about propolis. Interesting. I don't even know about that stuff. Is that like a flower? Bum 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 bum. Let's put the reference back. I'm tired of this face. I'm just gonna do one more, and then we'll be on our way. We will draw some lines here. Whoop woo 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 woo. Bum bum. What do I do with that? I'm just gonna do this half-heartedly because I'm ready for another face. All right. I basically grew up on it. Propolis is a glue-like substance bees make. Interesting. Interesting. Do they sell that? They sell that, right? They have to sell that. I want some. I want some. Okay. All right, let's do another head. Let's go into. Let's duplicate this one. We'll go to object mode, duplicate. Go like that. Get the head. We'll go to draw mode. Go to layers. Erase these layers. Make a new one. Go to our reference. Go back to object mode. Reset our guy here, and let's look for a picture. Bum 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 bum. It's man, I wish my chat would update faster. It's not updating me on my end. You can cut you can cut it yourself, Propolis. You hurt your leg, Propolis. Your throat hurts, Propolis. Very sticky but soluble in high proof grain alcohol for making extracts or how do you pronounce that word? Tinctures? Tinctures. Tourniquets. Yeah, but for the healing purposes, it is dissolved in alcohol usually, right? At least that's how I know it. Right. Most extracts are. Yeah, I never saw the original substance. Kind of a bummer. Bird says, there are fancier lab methods, but the alcohol method is the most accessible. It's pretty cool. I learned some. I learned some today. Okay, so let's rotate it. Let's do this. Let's do this face. I don't think I could see the side of the head. I can barely see the eyes. So I know that this line there probably gonna go away. Right about there. And kind of looking upwards. So let's put it up a little bit. Maybe not that high. Maybe just a little bit. Okay. Alright, we'll go back. We'll go to head 3. Go to draw mode. Um, it's a dark yellow brown. Looks a bit like caramel. Nice. Bum 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 bum. All right, let's see if we could do this fast. Let's crank these out kind of fast. Got the head there. The head protrudes. I mean, the nose protrudes a little bit. We got the eyes that go right behind the nose. Get the ear going on. Got the hairline. Boom. Moo. Oh, it goes. The hair goes behind here. I got the head. Which is drawn away. Let's see what we got here. The meat is ready when I am sick of sitting outside. I may have to finish it in the oven to get it to the target internals. I may be hitting the thermal stall soon. Okay, I just checked and we're about a 1400 cubic meter of land that was used for farming crops for self-usage. Actually, I think it was never fully used for that. So you, Jiraj, you own 1400 meters, square meters of land? Or your family does? And you guys use it for wine? Or are you saying like you know somebody? A lot of good conversation here about land and farming and bees. It was extended relatively recently, and the new area is what is we use for farming now, and what was before farmland is now an apple tree yard. So 1.4 hectaacres. Yeah, it had to be reduced because, quite frankly, it was more than we needed. Oh man, so you guys just own a bunch of land, growing the food. I wanna own some land here in the United States. I think it's that easy. I mean, maybe it is that easy. I just haven't looked into it. But but that seems awesome. Let me draw much bigger with a way bigger. I show with them some thick lines. Let's see what this looks like. All right, keep it on going. Keep it on going. Yeah, our land was also replanted with trees. A dozen trees comprised of 7 varieties. No, sorry, it was 0.14 hectares. Our farm was a parcel of a larger farm that was split up for sale. We owned that land since 1974. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. we go. Drawing with these thick lines is a lot of fun too. Alright, let's see what it's like to draw with 1% smoothing or one hole smoothing in post-processing. Something ridiculous like 3 subdivisions, maybe 2 subdivisions. Active smoothing at 100. I'm maxing out all the settings. We're going to do active smooth, 10 samples. Stroke, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. And we're gonna draw with these ridiculous settings. Build a house and move there in the 1980s. Previously used to feed for corn silage. Silage? I'm the only sibling left in the country, so I'll probably take over the land over when the inevitable happens. Oh man, that's pretty crazy. All these landowners, guys, you guys are I'm jealous. I want to be a landowner too. Can I join the landowners club? Where's my memberships? All right, so here we go. Where's my train sounds? Train, 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 train sounds. I don't know what I'll do with it. Try industrial hemp or hops, among other things. Raising animals is too expensive. It's a lot of upkeep. You gotta feed them. Make sure they're alive and well. Sure, with like plants and stuff, you could just, just put it on up and go. Oopsies. Oh, my train noises went away. All right. Alright, I don't know what to do with it, blah blah. Raising animals too expensive. I have an idea. Convert it to Blender Grease Pencil Commune. Is that too hippie? So for wine, we have another 2,000 square meters of land. That's pretty good stuff, you landowners. But yes, we should definitely start a Grease Pencil Commune. That would be an exciting time. All right, so now I'm done these, uh, looking at this for reference. So now I'm just gonna go off script. I'm just gonna make things from my mind. That was a lot of practice. Well, when it was fun, of course. But now let's just try and draw some cartoons. And I'm just gonna position this in different places, different ways. And we're just gonna roll with it. All right. Let's do some of this. Looking up. So for wine, we have another. You can still rent the land, right? Yeah, I guess you can rent out. Would that be a good idea, Ferd? So let me set my settings back. Okay, we're gonna put this to 0.5. We're gonna put this to 1 or 0, I should say, and then put this to 3. maybe 2, and we'll put this to 0.3. Okay. All right. All right. Let's just draw what comes out. What just comes to mind. We're gonna do some meditative drawing where I'm just gonna draw what I always go around, do some just general mind vomit, you know? And we're just gonna flow. We're just gonna flow, guys. We're just gonna flow. Let the draw flow through you. I don't want to invite bad land management practices to what my parents built. I'd join the commune for sure, if that was an option. Yeah, that makes sense. Industrial agriculture practices are poor land stewardships. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's fun. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna take off the reference. Let's just freeform, guys. Let's just flow. Just flow. Let the pencil flow through you. Grab these. All right. Industrial architecture practices poor stewardship. I already read that. I may have moved out 30 years ago, but I definitely noticed how birds and insect populations have changed over the time. Isn't that land overgrown by now? Now I'm just sitting here in downtown Ottawa, smelling up the hood with a smoker. Bushes creeping back on previously tilled land, so yeah. Okay, okay. All right. Let's see if. Hmm. This suit looks like it's too big. Too big. There we go. All right. But surrounding us is a large soybean field. That's what most cash croppers grow these days. Well, if you aren't going to work on it, I don't see that many options on how to sustain the land. I'm gonna take what I can and I'll let the rest go follow. I'm not really a farmer at heart. That makes sense. I think, you know, you gotta be a certain type of person in like farming. Grow into it. It's hard work, you know? You gotta love the land. Ford's a city slicker. City slicker smoking his meats. Dealing with his fancy cheeses and his fancy wine vinegars. But it's a peaceful lifestyle, IV and large, if you keep the bills paid. By and large. I mean, I don't see too much to agriculture, but I get there may be practices by corporates which you unwanted or degrading the land in some way. Yeah, I mean, it's good to control the land, and it's something that your parents built, so I think it has a lot of sentimental value to maintain. All right, enough of that head practice. Let's see if we can make some progress on our sketch here. So what I'm gonna do is, excuse me, where's my camera? So here's our reference. I can take out the reference. Where's my camera? I cannot see where my camera is at. Hold on. Do I even have a camera? I should have a camera. Put the overlays. You just nerd out on video games while there's no work. I'm between jobs right now. COVID-19 isn't helping. You know, it's funny because neither my father nor my grandpa were farmers, but they both grew something on their little farm, and the respect for this job passed down even on my generation. Yeah, it sucks about COVID with the job stuff. It's tough, super tough. Did I just lose my camera? Do I have no camera? What is happening here? There it is. Okay. Here's my utilities. There we go. We'll get our reference. Turn that off. Get our camera. Move it forward. Here we go. We will make the background a different color. Or maybe white's fine. Maybe just like a warmer white. We will turn off our grease pencil heads that we were practicing, which was a lot of fun. I like to get that practice in. Just having a garden is nice. Yes, growing some, growing some plants. The miracle of plant life. Okay, so we got our grease pencil object here. I got my base sketch, my notes. Let's go to drawing. Let's go to base. All right, so what I'm going to do is I think I'll put my notes over my base sketch. I'm going to go to materials, figure out which one of these materials. There it is. So I'm going to select the solid stroke. I'm going to hit Alt A. I'm going to hit select. I'm going to hit M and move this to another layer. New layer. Let's go to our layers, get out of edit mode. There we go. Now my notes are not in the same layer as my sketch. So for my sketch, I'm going to make the lines thicker just to see them better. So Alt S, make them thicker. There we go. I don't see myself having such big land in any way in the future, but I would like a garden if I ever get to settle down with my own family. Yes, garden would be really nice. Okay, so here we are. We got our notes. And I have them in different colors, but now looking at this, maybe I should put them in the same color. So I'm going to select all the notes. I'm going to go to the material. I'm going to put black and the sign. Maybe that's not it. Okay. Well, it does look cool though. I want to make another material. Name it head stroke. Just so we have different strokes here. Assign. There we go. I'm also going to make them thicker too. Maybe not that thing. Maybe that's a little thing. Maybe they should be a different color, but maybe one color. How about red? How about pink? How about green? How about yellow? Let's work on a background that's more neutral. There we go. Neutral. Okay. And then we'll go back to the sketch notes. We'll go to materials. I think blue will probably work better. And what if we made this blue like darker? I just think it's so bright. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Sorry, I did the stretching noise. Have you seen Sophie Jantek's Grease Pencil? I love her work and the technique she's teaching. Yes, Ferd. She's an excellent. She's making excellent videos. I dare say she's fast rising star on Blender Circles. You dare say correctly. She's already at 1,000 subscribers. She's killing it. She's doing everything right in with when it comes to like YouTube. Got those like thumbnails down with her in it. She's doing chapters. She got her descriptions down. She has like really nice artwork. I think that's what really sells it. Like she has really nice artwork with like the horses and the flowers and the watercolor stuff, and she's charming. I like her a lot. She's doing great. Great. I definitely see her channel growing immensely. Immensely. Definitely check her out. I think I even have her on my YouTube page on like the featured YouTubers at the bottom. She that good. She that good. I just went outside to grab a smoke and I can hear the cows moo. Ha! That's nearly non-repo blue. Well, I'm doing it. I wonder if I should go to notes, actually to sketch, and also make it blue. Let's see. All right. So now we have it all blue. We'll do layers. We'll bring it down to like very light. Point 0.2, huh? Point 0.2 opacity. Yeah, she's great. Her presentation style is great. Might have to spend this afternoon watching her. Yeah, definitely, Susan. Go watch her. She has great videos. Very, very charming lady. I can't wait to see what else she makes. Very excited. Okay. We got my line. We got my line, my line, my line. Okay, so we're gonna do stroke. Let's see if we can start defining some lines here. Let's see if we should use something that's not affected by pen pressure, like just a pen. Could I make the pressure less? Where's my curves? Dun 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 dun. Are the curves here? Man, I remember when there used to be some curves. Is it here? Advance. Strokes. Cursor. Workspace. What is the origin of non-repo blue? Ferd says in traditional animation for rough sketching. And then Ferd also said that when you scan the blue, it doesn't pick up in the copier, so it's better or something. Obviously, I think I'm butchering that information, but I think that's what he said. All right, guys, I have 30 more minutes, and that should be a 3-hour stream. And then I'm gonna call it a day. 30 more minutes. All right, so let's see if we can start figuring stuff out here. Let's put on all the assistants. Max out this assistance. Point at 2. All right. Once better cleanup, the drawings were done, they would get photocopied, but the sensor won't pick up the blue, so you just get the pencil work. You got it right, Grease Monkey. Thank you. Woo! Oh, cool. I learned something. 30 minutes is when I pull the meat out the smoker. Nice. We're synced up, Ferd. We're synced up. Cause yeah, I gotta go eat something too. All that meat talk. See if we can get these shapes. Maybe this isn't gonna work out, but we'll see. Yum. Better preheat my oven. Nice. How long is it gonna be in the oven for? Cause I'm hungry, Ferd, and I want dinner right now. I'll use you as my timer. Yes. Then that means you have 25 minutes, give or take a minute or two, I think. Let's use a guide. I never use these guides. Circular. What is it? Shift, right click. There we go. Go. Use cutter tool. Boom. Raw. Duplicate it. Scale down. I hear that train. I hear the rail clunk of the rail cars. We have a freight train line bisecting our land, so I'm no stranger to that sound. Yes, it's like my favorite sounds. The rain and the trains. There's something soothing about it for me that I just can't get enough of sometimes. Alright, let's follow this waistline. There we go. Getting steampunk vibes. I love it. Thank you, thank you. It's interesting taking doing every step to make this thing. You know, I always underestimate how long it takes to just really hash out an idea or hash out some stuff. So yeah, I'm just going through a lot of simplifying now. We'll see if I like it at the end or if I do it one more time, but thank you. see what you guys are writing. I can emphasize with underestimating stuff a lot. Yeah, I do all the time with everything. That's like one of underestimating how long something takes too. Like you're like, yeah, it'll take me this long. But if you really think about it, it's like it'll only take you that long if everything went perfect. You run into no problems, no issues, no anything. And that's usually never the case. You're always gonna find a little bump in the road and stuff. Um, so yeah, it's a little thick. Let's see if I even keep this like, I don't know, waist cape. I don't even know how that's useful. Maybe, maybe it works. All right. Went into a little trouble here. We'll keep trying. See what works. Just gonna make a line across. Line across. Oops. There we go. Use a little cutter tool. Maybe these circle knee pads don't work out. Let's see if we can make them a different shape. Yeah, there's so much self-doubt, you as an artist you go through. Always feeling like you're not good enough. It never ends. Let's see what it looks like without the sketch underneath. There we go. I think it's starting to read okay. This doesn't look right. Alright. Maybe we can just copy this so we don't have to do it again. Just for now. Oh my god, look at that. Bounding box, okay. Going through my drawings and just drawing. Don't think too much about the drawings. Like my pep songs. Just draw. Stop thinking so much. Too much thinking, Wes. Mr. Grismangi. Alright. We got 13 minutes for you, Ferd. 13 minutes. Okay. Doing some drawings. This cutter tool is so nice. I mean, it does kind of bleed over a little bit though, but we'll have to get over it. For now, we may not even keep this. Have you seen the meme with the monkey and the master Ugwe? No, I have not. Is it relatable? Hashtag relatable. There you go. Just type monkey on YouTube and really relatable but kind of funny as most memes, I guess. I'll check it out. Oh man. Let's see how much more I can get of this. We are down to 10 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh my God, this foot is not correct. We're just gonna have to move on before I have a conniption over here. All right, we're coming down to 8 minutes. So hungry. I'm gonna have good old American cheese. American cheese whiz with digestible chemicals. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna eat cheese whiz. There we go. Huh? Okay, okay. 3 minutes and counting for the best meat Ferd has ever eaten. Or to continue to cook the best meat Ferd has ever eaten. He has never tried, or he has tried. He makes the most delicious of of meals. This doesn't look right. Let's see what it looks like without. Just going off this, because this could be like some wings instead of arms. Bum 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 bum. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, around there. Bum 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 bum. Looks pretty fun. I think I want to work on it more, like later, because the sketch feels there's something that's lost when these lines are like drawn in. I feel like it becomes stiff or something. I don't know. Bum 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 bum. All right. So I think I'll spend. So this is it. We got 4 minutes. I'm gonna spend these last 3 4 minutes here. Let's look at the stuff we worked on today to review. We obviously worked on lining this up. That's the sketch. This is the drawing. I don't know. I feel like something's lost. There's a lot of line weight issues and stuff. But we were just ending the stream there. So let's go to our heads. Let's go through them. Got 3 minutes here. All right. So for our heads, oh, we're gonna have to just get into regular mode here. There we go. Okay. So this is drawing ahead at its side. And then our second time attempt. Ooh, look at that face. Ooh, look at that. Scary stuff. This is just me doodling. Oh, I should go backwards. So let's start with head one. With this one. Boom, we got a head, open mouth, getting better. There's a lot of mistakes, obviously. This one looks at least more accurate with little tiny eyes. We exaggerated the chin, so I just exaggerated features like, but really it just looks like their mouth is open. Needs work on the expression. On the next one, we have them looking to the top right, and this is it getting slowly better, but barely. This is what we ended up with. Probably the best one. It was a hard angle to look at or to do. Next one, looking down to the right, disgusted, and they look pretty disgusted. This one is pretty good. I just like that it has a huge forehead. Forehead for days. Alright, and then the second to last one I worked on. Looking to the right. I started deciding to draw with really big, and then I started losing interest. And then the last one, these heads to the left. And then I just outright just went, blah, I'm gonna draw something else. Anyway, then we'll take that off. Alright guys, it is on the final minute. Third, you should be taking that out of the smoker so that you can put it into the oven to put it at the correct internal temperatures so the meat is good to eat. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this stream. It's crazy that my camera just went out, stopped working, and we had to do a purely audio one, but I think it ended up pretty well. Um, and it's not too shabby. So thank you guys. Susan said, "I love the head block idea you started with. Been playing with all it can do and makes things easier for me. Big thank you for this hangout. Thanks. Have a great weekend, everyone." And no problem, Susan. I'm glad it helps out. It really helps out so much to get that reference. So, Susan, thank you for hanging out. I'm glad I was able to help you with that head block thing. Makes things, a lot easier. Jiraj, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully your stress gets easier and easier as your projects get more and more completed. Ferd, I hope you have a great day and a great weekend and eat those cheeses and meats and have a great dinner and lunch and leftovers and you know hopefully everybody has a great weekend. It's always so great. Thanks for a lot for content, consulting and everything. Also thanks Ferd. Yeah, thanks Ferd. Ferd's a very helpful dude. So, um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, just thank you guys. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Hope to see you guys. And stick with it, George. Yes. Yes, George. Do it. So yeah, so these goodbyes are always so long. Thank you guys. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys hanging out with me every Saturday. Appreciate it. Have a good one, guys. Take care. We'll go on to like an ending screen, even though my camera's not on. Yeah, I'm still here. Have a good night and have a good weekend. Take care. Ferd, have a good one. Susan, have a good one. Jiraj, have a good one. The other people who are watching who haven't said anything, have a good one. Have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.